Hello Coconuts. Today is Saturday the 5th of January 2019. This is John Linville with an update on a new project, kind of an extension to an older project. Can you guess which one? As you can see, I have in front of me the SEGA Joypad adapter for the CoCo 3 that Neil Blanchard produces. He made this one for me. I did the circuit design work, some of which was based on older circuits and some of which is not, and without getting into deep debate on the details, which some people sort of overlook. The biggest enhancement to this design was the addition of a cable that goes to the CoCo serial port, and that's a big mess back there. But it plugs in and allows a control signal to be sent to the SEGA Joypads that is used to control. Basically, it selects two of the buttons when this is a traditional joypad. And so by default, the kind of normal signals are buttons B and C. When you set the signal a different way, it becomes a button A and start. The button B corresponds to the normal Atari joystick button, and so that's where it would go. The button 1 on the CoCo, and the C is mapped to the button 2 on the CoCo 3 with the normal connections. And so, like I said, the serial port output is used to select between those two buttons. Or two sets of buttons, so that you then have access to all 4 buttons here. There should be enough hardware to let you access all of the buttons on this one as well. I've not taken the time and managed to figure out the timings to get that to work. Hope someday somebody will, but nevertheless, this one will still work for the A, B, and C buttons, even you'll just have to ignore the X, Y, and Z. So, okay, this is old news. I've had this since 2016. What gives here, right? So the thing is, if you notice, it's plugged into, it's a TDP 100. I think you can see the logo. Anyway, it's basically a CoCo 1. Now, CoCo 1 and CoCo 2 only have connections on the joystick ports for a single button. So it would seem like this isn't too useful, right? But here's my joypad test program running. And so here I'm going to be using these buttons. And of course, like you say, the direction stuff all works like you'd expect. Whatever. But going back to the first controller, and I can do A, B, wait a minute, C, and start. How is that possible? There's only one joystick button line on the joystick controller port, and not only can I access 2 buttons, I can actually access all 4. Well, the 4 is the same trick that I used in the CoCo 3 by being able to select using the serial port output. I wonder what I'm using for the serial port. I wonder what I'm using for the extra button inputs. Does it work on the other controller? Well, let's see. I'm going to have to stick to the A, B, and C buttons here, but indeed, A, B, C, and start. So there you have it. You can get 4 button controls now this is a slightly modified joypad adapter. So the new version, when we do a new run, will have to be the SEGA Joypad adapter for the CoCo, not just the CoCo 3. Anyway, just thought I'd share a little good news this morning. Enjoy your Happy New Year's and enjoy your weekend. Thanks.